Lesson 1 in Unit 6 is very simple. It's talking about describing shapes, and this goes back to a lot of the unit notes we wrote in the last video. So, the quick review section says here are some attributes of shapes. We can talk about the length of the sides of shapes. So this one here, we know this shape has some sides the same length, and it's because there are hatch marks. Those hatch marks, these two that both have one hatch mark are the same length. These two that have two hatch marks are the same length. And in this case, there's a hatch mark there, there, and there, which means this shape has all sides the same length. That's what hatch marks look like. Okay? We can talk about the directions of the sides. So we talked about the length of the sides. We can talk about the directions of the sides. This shape has two pairs of parallel sides. There's those arrows we talked about in the unit notes. And we know that the opposite sides are parallel when that arrow and that arrow match up. And these two sides are parallel because there's two arrows there and two arrows there. This shape has no parallel sides because we don't have any of those marks in there. And if there's any question as to whether something is parallel, you can measure the distance and see if they actually have the same distance from that point to this and that point to that. Last one, it says we can label each vertex and then name the shape by its vertices. So vertices is the plural of vertex. So over here, that word right there is just more than one vertex. It says this is triangle JKL, and we know that because we've labeled the vertices J, K, and L. It has three sides, JK, JL, and KL. We could also refer to KL as LK or KJ or LJ, but it's important that we refer to them this way, and we separate them with a comma. Okay? Within the exercises themselves, it's very straightforward. It says, now we're using these attributes to talk about things like parallel sides, side lengths, that kind of thing. So it says, tell which shapes have no parallel sides. So if we take a look at it, in D, you'd look at these and go, parallel sides. So I would say, okay, take a look at first one here, parallel sides. This one has parallel sides. That side and that side are parallel. So the kids have actually drawn in those arrows. In this case, so no parallel sides, the D doesn't work. E, well, that one and that one are parallel. That one and that one are parallel. That one and that one are parallel. That doesn't work. F, I don't think that and that are parallel, so that one would work. F would be in here. For A, this top one is a perfectly horizontal line. That one doesn't work. But if you take a look at that guy and that guy, those look to be parallel, so it doesn't qualify, and so on.